So, you know, the Buddha is sometimes referred to as a great physician, a sort of great doctor, the great physician. And it's said that he looked out at sentient beings everywhere and saw that the main sickness was that we tried to protect ourselves from what it was to be human. And this is, in traditional Buddhist language, would be called ego clinging or ego grasping. But essentially it's putting up walls around your heart, putting up walls around yourself in order to protect yourself from pain. But in so doing, it weakens you. In so doing, you become more afraid, less flexible, and less open to your life. And as you get older, things that the amount of terrors in your life become greater rather than lesser. And sometimes an image for the ego clinging, or this kind of protection that I think is a powerful one, is this story that someone told me about her parents in Florida who lived in a walled community. And they, in order to go in there, you had to go through gates, and there were guards, and nothing was allowed to come into this community that would cause problems, if that's possible. But in any case, that was the concept. And she said when her parents first moved there, they felt very secure. And this is the idea of the ego, is to make you feel secure and safe. And then she said, but then they began to be paranoid about all the people who came in to fix their broken washing machine or fix their broken television or whatever it might be, deliver their pizza or whatever. They began to be sort of paranoid about other people coming in. And so their fear, instead of feeling more secure, they were becoming more nervous. And then they realized they couldn't go to the beach. The beach was not within the walls, and they wanted to go out to the beach. They used to go to the beach all the time, but now somehow the idea of going outside these walls became more and more threatening, and the fact of what might come in became more and more threatening. And she just saw her parents, as they were getting older, becoming more and more afraid. More and more things terrified them. And when I heard that story, I thought it's a perfect example of this illness that the Buddha looked out and saw, that the greatest illness was this trying to protect yourself from the realities of life. Just the fact that we do age, that we grow old, that we die, that we lose those that we love, and that there is suffering in life inherent, that when we put our hand in fire, it burns us, that pain cannot be avoided. But in trying to deny it and just get rid of it, we become more and more afraid, more and more fearful, less and less kind and flexible, and less capable of compassion and love. So he was called the great physician because he tried to give medicine for curing that. So one of the good medicines is the Tonglen, and another is the mindfulness awareness practice. But the Tonglen medicine is a particularly interesting one, because this is where you use poison as medicine. And actually the image for the Tonglen is just that, or for the whole Lojong teachings altogether, using difficulties as the path of enlightenment. The image is using poison as medicine. So good medicine. These teachings are good medicine. Even though they might seem like poison, it's the three poisons become the three seeds of virtue. And the image is, this is what they say. I actually have never really checked it out, but they say the image is of the peacock, because apparently peacocks eat poison, and as a result of that, the colors in their tail get brighter and brighter. So using the poisons of our life, such as our aggression, our dislikes, our jealousy, our fear, our loneliness, our cravings and addictions, using these as good medicine, using these as a path of awakening. So I've shared as best I can this good medicine that Trungpa Rinpoche compassionately shared with his students. And I feel fortunate to have had this passed down through all the centuries so that it can still be presented here today and that we can all benefit from it. And to the degree that we benefit from it, those that we come in contact with will benefit from it. So that's the good news and the good medicine. So thank you all very much.